y'all ready to beat Vandy? Oh, Vandy would give us Vandy. Actually, earlier in the year, I was talking about why don't we have a tournament for the 4 worst teams in college football? Let's get Vandy, UConn, Texas, and some one other team. Just throw us in there. We'd probably lose, so it'd be the worst team in college football. I mean, it's just pathetic at this point. Texas doesn't. I have the game going on my phone right now. They are making a run, and you know why they're making a run? Because of Chris Beard. He doesn't allow teams to quit. Now it's easier to get 15 guys to buy in compared to 100 plus, 90 plus on a college football team, whatever it is. I know it's a high number. It's not 53 like the NFL. So that's harder to do. But I don't even think we have like, if you guys had to make a list of guys who are bought in, who would you put? I can think of like 8 guys. Casey, Xavier, Marcus, Roshan, Bijan, DeMarvion. That's 6. Anthony Cook, 7. Brendan Schooler, 8. I'd put BJ Foster on there, so that's 9. Byron Murphy, 10. So, yeah, maybe 10 to 20 guys that are just like, you can tell they're bought in by the way they play, by the way they communicate in press conferences and interviews and shit like that. That's about it, man. It's pretty bad. Oh, yeah, it was terrible. It's Big 12's refs. Oh, and by the way, Ovi got held on the play they scored the 2-point conversion on. Like, he got held on that play. It doesn't matter. We shouldn't have been in that situation. It's freaking Kansas. So that's why I don't really get caught up in that. Kansas is going to miss the guaranteed win every year. Yeah, they are. They're going to miss it because they're either going to have 0 wins now or 1 win. I don't know. You guys answer that question. It's either Charlie Strong losing to Kansas or this loss to Kansas. One of the two. But yeah, it's one of the two. I think it's this one. So yeah, I think it's the lowest point. Unfortunately. Isaiah, thank you for the super chat. Anyone that's willing to do a super chat, thank you very much. Love Luke's. Yeah, it's true. Give credit to him too. He's got heart, but again, he should not be playing at Texas. He should be a nice, cool story where you're talking about when we're on defense, and then you zoom really quick over to the sideline, and he's standing there as a third stringer. That should be Luke Brockmeyer. No offense to him. He should not be starting at the University of Texas, though. This is the most we've ever had in here, so please hit that like button. Please subscribe down below if you like the content. Go over to MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football, and like his content. Subscribe to his content. Go over to the teams or go over to his channel list. Scroll down, find your favorite team, subscribe to them, and like their videos. It really helps out what we're trying to build here, this empire that Mark's trying to build. Thank you very much. This loss for sure. Yeah, I agree. I think it is. Unrelated question. What is your NFL team? I'm a Broncos fan. For all you Cowboys fans out there, how'd that taste last Sunday? It was beautiful. It was beautiful for me. Yes, Isaiah, you are correct. Denver. I wouldn't be shocked if we lose the Eagles this weekend because that's the type of team the Denver Broncos are. He's not gone after 1 year. We can't fire him. And who would we hire? The only guy that comes to mind where I think our culture would get turned around in one offseason, we may not be a good football team, like X's and O's wise, but culturally be really good, is Jeff Traylor. And I don't think the fan base would get behind that. So, no, not going to happen. That is probably going to happen. We might be able to beat West Virginia, but I doubt it. I can't believe 4-8. The worst I could think of, guys, coming in this season of what we would be is 6-6. 4-8 was never on my radar. I thought 6-6 was worst case scenario. I thought best case scenario was 10-2. 4-8 is insane, utterly insane. Shocking, to be honest with you. It's just not gonna happen. That's too much money. We're talking about so guys, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about buyout of Tom Herman and his staff, buyout of Steve Sarkisian and his staff, and hiring a new staff. We're talking like $100 million in a matter of a year and a half, 2 years. That's just not gonna happen, guys. He's gonna be here. Now, it is possible if he struggles like this again next year, like let's say we go 4-8 this year and we don't go like 8-4 next year, which I think is a reasonable turnaround if you get the players you want and the recruits you have committed stay committed. Um, then yeah, he probably would get fired because you can't go into the SEC if you go from like 4-8 to 6-6, and then you're transitioning to the SEC. I don't see that happening. So yeah, that point I could see him get fired. No, I just don't think we have anyone there. But then again, I like the way Jalen Ford has been playing and David Gabenda, so that is a possibility. You don't want to make them angry. Which, if we're doing that, I don't think one player that makes that much of a difference on defense, even though it is your middle linebacker. If their brothers come, it probably in the end will be worth it, but it ain't worth it right now. But I don't think that's what's happening. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Casey has been. I mean, you can tell it's bothering him, and he's been playing pretty well. I give him respect for that. That's why I said it's got to be him going forward. Hudson he looks lost, completely lost out there. So it's got to be him. Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, but this program doesn't have time for patience. It really doesn't. And Casey's just better at this point. So I mean, if Hudson wants to stay, I'm all on board for him sitting again another year behind Casey and learning and then starting. But he's got to be he's got to be it's got to be Casey. It just has to be.